This is so close.
Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Henry and Susan, and we are here talking about the top 10 questions people ask solar panel cleaners. So, we want to make sure that we are talking about what customers have asked us in the past and what to expect, especially if you're brand new to solar panel cleaning. You want to be prepared for some of these questions when you do take the phone calls. And then also, it's good for customers that are just learning that their solar panels needed to be cleaned, never knew that solar panels need to be cleaned. So that's something that we came up with the top 10 questions. And
Well, there's more to the 10 questions, and we'll kind of,
well, we're going to add more
we're
to
going
it.
to add more
Yeah,
to the top 10
it's
questions.
not just going to be 10. So,
but if you guys have any questions that you want answered, put it up in the chat. Or if there's any questions that you think that we missed that maybe are important, let us know, and we'll answer them for you. Or you could.
That sounds like a really good
put
idea.
in your input.
So I'm going to put that in chat for the people that are actually watching. But yeah, go ahead. Talk about the top 10 questions while I do this real quick.
So the first questions that some people might ask are, do you use any chemicals to clean solar panels? And the answer to that is no, we don't. We use deionized water to clean solar panels, but in some cases we do use an approved chemical called Chemitech if the panels are really have a lot of buildup as far as powder, as far as a lot of dirt buildup or pollen or any of that kind, or paint, any type of mildew that's on the panels that is really hard to get off. We do use an approved chemical, and that's Chemitech.
That's probably one of the best chemicals out there to use because it is specifically made for solar panels and it's approved for solar panels. A lot of people don't know that. Just something that will replace the soap or soaps or any type of soaps or what have you. So on that question, that was a great question. And so as far as using chemicals, so how about question number 2? What do we got going on there?
Do you have to have insurance for your business? And yes, you do. You have to have a general liability up to what, 1 million or 2 million a policy?
Well, for residential, you want 1 million on your insurance, and then for commercial, you want 3 million. 2 to 3 million. Some companies, big Fortune 500 companies, will ask for more, and so you have to be prepared for that. But that's a great question. A lot of people that are solar panel cleaners kind of avoid the insurance thing because they're just kind of doing residential and they're not really doing the big stuff. But every solar panel cleaner out there should be insured.
But a lot of customers do ask if you're insured, and so you want to be prepared to show them the documentation in case they want to see it, or you can voluntarily show them just to reassure them that yes, you're a good, legit company and that you have the proper paperwork to do the job.
Great. And just so you guys know, if you're just tuning in for the very first time, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We appreciate you guys coming in, listening to us. We've been teaching solar panel cleaning for a long time. And so, we give out great advice, and subscribe to the channel and so forth. All right. So we have...
how much does it cost to clean solar panels? Now, it varies. Residential is different than commercial and solar farms because those big companies, we charge per panel, and residential, and
Residential, we charge a flat rate. We're one of the companies that don't charge per panel
or
But-
linear footage.
or linear feet or what have you. When they're doing bird proofing, we charge a flat rate and that's it. It just helps us out as a company because we have the right equipment to where we can clean 60 panels in fairly quickly as somebody else that has something that they're just starting out with, and may take them a lot longer to clean panels. So, you know, the industry standard for solar panels, what they charge per panel, is in the neighborhood of $10 to $12. Okay, there's companies out here that would do it for maybe $2 per panel, which I find is very, very ridiculous. I mean, because
We did get a call from a customer where they said they saw an advertisement, don't know where, but they saw an advertisement for $2.50 or $3 per panel. And
we said no.
we definitely said no because we don't work that way.
You go to that guy who's charging very, very little money because
And this is residential.
you're going to get what you pay for as a customer. See, customers are looking for cheap. Most customers are looking for the cheapest price. But as a customer, ask yourself this. Your investment, as far as solar is concerned, should be your first priority. Okay? How much did you spend on these solar panels? Now, would you want somebody going up there with the cheapest equipment, charging you $2 per panel for, say, 10 panels? That's $20. They go up there, they clean it with whatever they're going to clean it with. Who knows if they're scratching the glass or if they're causing micro cracks. There's a lot of things in solar that customers don't know about, and they find out later. So
Now, there's customers that probably don't think of it that way because they're leasing them. So their mentality is probably a little different as opposed to the people that own them and bought them. So, regardless of what the situation of what the panels are, whether they're owned or leased, you should still put in the time and effort to maintain them, just like you do when you maintain your house. If anything breaks in your house, appliance, your car, or air conditioning, you want to make sure you get those maintained. I mean, those are things that, that are really important, but you should also think of solar panels on your roof as very important on the high list of things to take care of on a routine basis.
yeah. So even if you Googled it, you can Google how much the solar panel cleaning costs. The average is around $10 to $12. Some people are charging $15 per panel. Some are charging less than that. It just depends on you, really. As a company, you want to be able to make sure that you're covering all your costs, your expenses, everything else. So you got to charge accordingly. This is an unregulated industry. And when I say unregulated, that means anybody can come in as a solar panel cleaner, whether they're a convicted felon or anything else. As long as they have a truck and get some tools, they can come to your house and they can clean your solar panels. So it's very, very important to really know who's actually working on your premises, okay? Whether it's background checks or whether it's any of that. Just make sure that company is legit.
And make sure they show their paperwork, their insurance, that they can run this business the way it's supposed to.
Yeah.
So go to your city and get your business license, right?
Yeah.
You have to have a business license.
Yeah.
Because who knows, you never know if those people that are on your roof have a business license. So you want to make sure they have that.
Yeah.
and insurance.
And we do see some questions right there. We're going to answer those questions too, but and we will get to them. So anybody who has any questions, put them in chat, and we'll read them off, and we'll try to answer them the best we can as far as that is concerned.
Another question we've come across being asked, do I need to be home when you come to clean my solar panels? Now, it's up to you. Use your best judgment when you go out when you schedule a customer to get their panels cleaned. A lot of times it's hard to, figure out, even if they're not going to be home, if we can fit them in at the time that we can put them on the schedule, because we may be booked in that time slot where they're not going to be home and we come after. So it's best that we tell them that you don't have to be home if we're cleaning your solar panels, because with our House Call Pro, we can send before and after. We always reassure them we can send them before and after pictures. We can send the invoice to your phone. You can pay online. And if you have to go out and run errands, go ahead and do them. We don't need access to the backyard. Now, the only time we might need access to the backyard is if there's a 2-story house where there's nowhere to put a second ladder. And if it's easier to put one up in the backyard, then we do that too. And that's why we always look at Google Earth and see what the layout is of their house. But for the most part, we try to schedule them when we can, and we try not to inconvenience them too much, but there's some cases where we have to.
Sometimes you can't. Sometimes you can't do that because even during the summertime, our schedules are crazy, and it always seems like during the summer everybody's calling us. Okay, it's just like, oh, I need them clean like right now, like yesterday, but all year they've been dirty. So it's like, why are we sitting here and trying to accommodate that particular person? Getting it early in the morning or late at night and what have you, when we have so many people calling for solar panel cleaning that we have to fit in only so much per day, and then we go out there and just reschedule and so forth and so on till the following week sometimes.
And what type of payments do we take? We take cash, check, credit card. Zelle has been our best friend. We've been pushing that more and more, and a lot of customers.
No fees.
Yeah, no fees with the credit card, and a lot of customers like that because they're like, "Oh, okay, you take Zelle. Okay, what is the information?" And we'll send it to you. Just let me know, and I'll pay it right there and then.
Yeah, you get it instantly. It's like, it's very nice. And credit cards, you're paying a percentage on credit cards, and like, we don't charge for a credit card, so it comes out of our pocket. If somebody wants to use a credit card, maybe that will change down the road. But us as a company, we don't charge the customer. If they're going to use a credit card, we absorb all the fees and get all that taken care of. So when it comes down to that, All right. So we are doing really good on the questions. Go ahead and let's hit another one here.
Do you have to shut down your system in order to clean your solar panels?
That's a good question. So
the answer to that is no. We never, ever, ever shut down a system to clean the solar panels.
Why? Why aren't you shutting down the system?
Because, well, think about it. When it's raining, are you turning off your system?
As a customer? No, you're not. That's a great answer. When it rains, you don't shut your system down at all. You shouldn't have to. So the no to that is very important. You never shut a customer's system down, and there's one main reason why. Is when you shut the system down, they have an app that they use to check out their solar panels. That may not come back online. And if that doesn't come back online, they have to call their solar company, and then the solar company has to either try to fix it over the phone or get a technician to go out. And you're causing more problems by doing that than just leaving the system alone itself. So, but that was a great one as far as that one was concerned.
Sometimes we get asked how do I know if my panels need to be looked at or replaced? And when Henry goes up there, he inspects them. He checks to see if there's if the laminating on the panels is
Glass is broken,
Yeah.
delamination. We look underneath.
if they get hot spots.
Hot spots is a good one, and a lot of you don't know what that is, but the hot spot itself will cause problems later on down the road. But it's a cell that is just running hotter than the other cells themselves, so you got to be really careful. You got to look out for that. We do an inspection, and every time we go out there and we do that. And so, we make sure that we're checking everything out. So going out there and doing an inspection, whether it's your tiles, broken tiles, it could be anything up there, loose screws or bad wiring. This is something that you want to look at, take pictures before, and show the customer what the problem is before you even start the work. And if you do that, then you're protecting yourself as the company and making sure that, they know you didn't do it, that you weren't the one that caused the problem. And there's a lot of people out there that will, they don't know. So they'll sit there and go, well, nobody else was up here, just you guys. And if you don't have that evidence and you don't protect yourself with pictures, then, pictures speak 1,000 words. And you literally want to be able to make sure that you protect yourself as a company by taking before pictures, during pictures, and after pictures. We give each customer on the average around 20 pictures about the time that we're said and done, and they get that in their receipt. So when they get that in the receipt, they see all the pictures, they see the before, they see the after, they see the difference, and that's where it really, really starts to take off. So you want to make sure that you go out there and take pictures before and after, and even inspecting is very, very important. Susan had to go take a phone call. We're still working, and doing a podcast, but at the same time, I'll wait for her to get back. You see, how do I know if my panels need to be replaced or looked at? I think we answered that one. Why don't installers tell you that panels need to be cleaned? Because a lot of the installation companies are selling you a system. So if we were to go out there and we would not be in business if these guys went out there and did things a little differently. It's kind of better that we go out there and we take care of the problem, because most of the time a customer is calling their solar company because their production is bad. The production is horrible. Or they find out through YouTube or the internet that, hey, my solar panels need to be clean, and so they go out there and they give us a call. We go out there and we clean them. Well, we did this for almost 5 years now. And when we started, we had nobody out here cleaning solar panels. Now they're a dime a dozen. Everybody's coming out of the woodwork and basically creating a solar panel company. I just want you as a customer, do your homework, find out what type of equipment that they're using, find out their procedure, find out if they're insured, find out a lot of things, because they could be a fly-by-night company, go out there and say, I'll charge you $20 to go clean your solar panels. If it sounds too good to be true, then it is. Because even for us, we go out and we'll clean the solar panels 6 to 8 times. If a customer has told us they haven't cleaned their solar panels in the last 6 months. If they haven't cleaned the solar panels in the last 6 months, I'm cleaning these things about 6 to 8 times just to make sure they're super clean, they're brand new. The production is going to get the best production when they first got them installed. That's what we're leaving them with. And if there's something else going on with it, at least we know it wasn't the cleaning. At least we know that it was a problem with something else other than the cleaning ourselves. So I was over here on this one right here. Why don't the installers tell you? So do you want to hit the next one for me?
Oh, yeah. Did you tell them that because they don't tell you that they need to be maintained?
I already told them that.
Oh.
They're all, they know.
Do I need to use a towel to dry my panels? The answer to that is no, because the sun has a lot of heat and it's drying your panels as soon as you clean them. You could see the panels already starting to dry off.
There are some YouTube videos out there. There's some other videos out there where guys are wiping them with a towel or they're using a squeegee. One of the worst things you can do to scratch a glass is use stuff like that to scratch the top glass. Solar panels come with a film. They come with a layer when they first are installed that protects the solar panels themselves. You do not want to dry anything on those solar panels. They should be able to dry on their own, and they should be able to dry as soon as you're cleaning them. You should start seeing the solar panels doing their job and the cells doing their job by creating energy and it getting hot and it drying off itself. And most of the time, by the time that we pack up and we're done, the solar panels are already dry.
Yeah. So the answer to that is no. You don't need a towel to clean, to dry the solar panels.
Or a squeegee.
Or a squeegee.
All right, let's hit the next one here.
So the next one I have is, how often should the solar panels be cleaned? And we recommend for residential every 6 months. Sometimes people want it a yearly clean, for whatever reason, because of their budget. That's totally understandable.
Yeah.
If that's what they want, that's what they want.
One of the biggest, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but why I have this on my mind. One of the biggest mistakes customers make is that they think just because it's hot, summer's here, that they're going to produce more energy, which is totally false. Yes, you will produce energy. And when the sun comes out, you're producing energy.
But even when it's cloudy, you're still producing energy, even though it's overcast, because your energy's still going 365 days, 24 hours a day. So,
well, not 24 hours a day, but
for the most
part. For the sun anyway,
yeah.
For the sun to come out. And in California, the sun is out most of the year. And why would you go out and you get your solar panels clean only during the summertime is beyond me. If it was me and I owned solar panels, I would be cleaning those things every week if I could. Okay. Because the cleaner they are, the better they're going to produce. The dirtier they are, the less they're going to produce. That's a proven fact. So just be aware of that.
So yeah, every 6 months, get them cleaned. we recommend every 6 months. Commercial is a little different, 3 months to 4 months, every 3 or 4 months a year, get them clean. But for residential, as a customer, it's important to get them cleaned every 6 months to get the best productivity.
Best productivity out of your solar panels. Now, when people ask, well, how much production am I going to get? That is a question that is something that should never be answered, because
Each system is different.
each system is different. Like she said, some produce more than others. And if you sit there and you say, oh, yeah, it'll be 25%, 30%, 40%, you're lying to the customer, because only the app will tell you, and the electric companies will tell you, how much it has increased, and you can kind of see it right there and then. You don't want to give that customer a false dream that it's 100% all year round if they're going to get clean. Even when they are clean, they're still not at 100%. Just so everybody knows that. Okay, there could be something going on with maybe a couple of cells or something in the system itself that could be causing a major issue, or a string that may be going bad that the customer doesn't know about. So it's always important. 95% of the problems that solar panel customers endure is going to be cleanings. You got to get these things clean, and clean them as often as you can clean them. We suggest twice a year for residential, like she said, or commercial, even more. But commercial already knows that. They already know, because they get reports. And if their reports are failing, they're calling us anyway. And we're coming out and we're cleaning solar panels.
So remember to get them cleaned every 6 months, because you want to make sure you're getting what you're paying for on your system. And you want to make sure that you're saving money at the end of the year. So, the more you get them cleaned, and we've had some customers that get them cleaned every 3 months because they know how important it is, for their productivity. So, don't wait for the next year to get them cleaned. If there's a reason why you need to, so be it. But every 6 months, that's what we recommend.
That is a loaded question, and that question right there, we get asked all the time. And some of the things that we hear from customers, it's just unbelievable. It's like, oh, I've had my solar panels for 5 years. I haven't cleaned them. It's still producing, but not the way I want it. Well, of course. And then when I get up there, there's this much layer of dirt on there, and so forth. So
yeah. So be smart as a customer, and really pay attention to your app and the readings on your app.
All right. We're getting these questions up here in chat too, so we're going to answer those questions for you guys too.
Does the rain clean your solar panels?
Oh,
we get that all the time. And no, the rain does not clean your solar panels, just like the rain does not clean your car. It only makes them more dirty. It brings in the dirt.
It attracts the dirt.
Yeah, it attracts the dirt. So the answer to that is no, the rain does not clean them off. People get this misconception that, the rain, we had so much rain, it cleaned my panels.
No.
And we explained to that there is still a layer of dirt that builds up on your panels, and they are not cleaned. And so Henry has mentioned that when you're wearing sunglasses and they're fogged up and they're dirty, can you see through them? That's exactly what your solar panels look like.
It's the cells that have to be clear. So those cells, if they're layered with dirt, the cells are not going to produce as much as people think that they're going to produce. So you got to make sure that your solar panels are clean. And like I said, the cleaner they are, the better they're going to produce.
It's just like when you're driving and you see dirt on your windows. Do you just continue to drive and let the dirt build up on your windows.
Most people do.
And if you do, then you can't see in front of you because
Right.
they're dirty. So what do? You take your car to the car wash. Why? Because you want your car cleaned. Well, that's the same mentality that you should be using on your solar panels. If you see that they're dirty, oh, maybe I should get them clean.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah.
Is it a bad idea to clean my solar panels when it's hot? Now that would be Jose Luis Perez. This is where your question comes in.
Well, why don't you read Jose
says,
Luis Perez Jr.?
With the temperature as high as it has been, is there a time where you don't want to hit them with water, or is it okay as long as it is at outside temperature? Now,
that's a great question, by the way.
There is a myth that customers have said, oh, well, when they call and they say, oh, can you come out
early in the morning
or later in the evening? And I asked them, why is that? And they said, oh, because, it's hot outside and you're going to crack the panels. And I tell them, it doesn't matter what time of day we clean the panels. We clean them when it's over 100 degrees. Palm Springs, it's over 100. We've cleaned them at 8 o'clock in the morning. It is hot. Temperature outside does not matter. The only time it may crack your panels is if you put ice cold water on the glass, and it could crack your panels.
If it's 110 degrees outside, right. These solar panels can withstand heat of 185 degrees, so they can get extremely hot. Now, I always tell people this.
The temperature of the water.
The temperature of the water is almost the same as outside if it's in your van or if it's going through a high pressure or if it's going through, filter system, a 3-stage, 4-stage filter system. By the time that it goes through the plastic hose all the way up to their water-fed pole and brush, that it's literally warm or hot. And
I've actually felt the water when it came out of the hose from his van, and it was warm.
Yeah.
So it was like it was outside.
We carry a 100-gallon tank inside the van of deionized water. So when that goes through everything through the pump, the 300 feet of high pressure hose, and out with our Solatech C1000 brush that we use specifically made for solar panels, that water is extremely warm. And you will burn out before those solar panels crack, break, micro cracks, what have you. So I was cleaning solar panels at 12 o'clock today. 1 o'clock today, we were cleaning solar panels.
It was pretty brutal outside.
I was ready to pass out, but like I said, you will burn out before the solar panels. And as a matter of fact, as I'm cleaning the solar panels, I didn't even get to the bottom of the solar panels, and the top of the solar panels were already drying. So it's it's great if you can get them at early in the morning or even late at night, but not every single solar panel company is going to accommodate you on that. Can guarantee it. Nobody wants to be out there at 7 o'clock at night cleaning solar panels if they don't have to. If they can get them during the day, why not? Mm-hmm. So,
is it good to clean my panels with a hose, water, spray them down? No, because hard water is coming out.
Calcium.
Yeah, a lot of calcium. It'll build spots, water spots.
Hard water spots, yeah. Calcium buildup. You will start to see that on your solar panels, and that even makes it worse for the panels to produce when you got calcium and buildup and all that. You do not want hard water on your solar panels. Just take a look at your shower, after your hard water has been sitting there, and you can imagine the sun cooking whatever is on that solar panel. We found plastic on some solar panels where it would just melt right into the solar panel itself and ruin the solar panel and create a hot spot, and that solar panel was just done. So
That could happen to your phone if you leave that plastic covering on your phone on the glass and you leave it out in the sun. What is going to happen to that plastic?
nowadays the phone is telling you it's too hot to take pictures and everything else.
Yeah, because the phone does get hot, and it does give you an alert that that you shouldn't have your phone out in the sun.
El Chingon de Jalisco says thank you. Also, he says,
What type of water?
what kind of water we should use, tap water or regular water, or how much to charge them? Well, obviously you were late, so there are people that are charging. There are people. I'll tell you where I can get. He's asking where can I get a system like yours. I've had my system for 5 years already, and I can refer you to somebody who sells them. I don't know what area you're in, but if you're in the Los Angeles area, you can get them up here fairly easy. But you don't want to use regular water, okay? And you want to use deionized water, and the deionized water is a spot-free rinse. There's no minerals in there. The TDS, the total dissolved solvents, we want to keep that close to zero if we can, and that way it doesn't spot anything. It's good and doesn't leave your solar panels with streaks or anything else like that. A lot of people will use soap, and they'll go out there and they'll scrub it down, and then by the time that they rinse them, the soap has already dried on the panels. And once that happens, and I've seen this, and it's really, really bad, where, say, for example, somebody gets paint on their solar panels and they use paint remover. They have ruined the top of that glass, and it will never produce the same. Never. If you use a hard chemical agent on these solar panels to clean, to get spots off or anything else like that, you are ruining the customer's solar panels. As a solar panel cleaner and as a customer, you should know that you do not want to use any unapproved agents on your solar panels that have been tested over and over again. So, and this is where we talk about products like Chemitech, So, El Chingon de Jalisco says, I am in Sacramento. I want to start a business soon, just need more information. Yeah, no worries. We have over 600 videos just in our YouTube channel alone. If you are subscribed, feel free to subscribe. Also, my lovely assistant over here is giving you a phone number that you can call. If you want to give us a call and ask us questions, hey, man, we're available for you, okay? We're available for anybody out there to help them out. We do answer questions. We don't charge you. You can get free information on our YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, subscribe. We do our podcast every Tuesday nights. Summertime, sometimes we just can't do it because we're super, super busy. Today, we barely got on.
Sometimes we'll miss it because we're so tired that we just need to just come home and relax, because the heat does get to you, and it's been pretty hot out there, and you want to make sure you stay very well hydrated.
You're hydrated. Yes.
And
hydrated.
I worry about him because he's up on the roof where it's even hotter, and so I always make sure that he goes up there with the hat and everything, gloves.
What happened to my hat today?
We left it at a customer's house, but we have other hats that he can use, so not to worry. He is not allowed to go up on the roof without covering himself up.
I had hair this morning.
No, you didn't. But
Oh, maybe I did.
I'm really hard on him about getting up on the roof, and if he does not have the hat, he's not going up there.
Al Chingon says, and thank you. I appreciate. God bless you. God bless you too. Thank you very much. The best advice I can give you in Sacramento, because there's a lot of guys in Northern California. It's getting just as bad in Northern California than it is in Southern California. Just to let you know, when I started this business almost 5 years ago, I had 2 window cleaners that I was competing with. As of today, since I've been on YouTube and taught a lot of people this business and showed people my videos with Rick and myself when we first started out, now Susan and myself, we have well over 600 videos that we have on this YouTube channel. You can go to anyone, watch them, check them out. If you have questions, you can give us a call at any time. You know, we're here to help you. We can answer. If we're busy, we're going to tell you we're busy, but we'll call you right back. But that's what we do. We do this every Tuesday night, and we go out there and we give out the free advice. You guys can ask any questions you want through the chat itself. Feel free to do that. Ask any questions you want. You know, we will try to answer them the best we can. Where I was going with this was, now, as of today, we have over 100 competitors just in our area here in Los Angeles. 100 competitors. If you look on Google Maps, and this is what I suggest you do, El Chingon, is go to Google Maps and look to see how many people are in your area cleaning solar panels. That is very easy to do. You go to Google Maps and you type in solar panel cleaners near me. When you do that, you'll get the whole list of people, and that will tell you how many reviews they have, how many, how long, you know, what services they're offering, all that. You might want to do that before you start a solar panel cleaning business. And to you solar panel cleaners out there, I want you to kind of know this. Anybody who's thinking about getting into the solar panel cleaning industry, it is an unregulated industry. That means anybody can come in. Doesn't matter who. Okay? And you are going to get fly-by-night companies that will come in, weekend warriors, work on the weekend after their job. They'll go and clean solar panels. And a lot of them are doing it for dirt cheap. I mean, dirt cheap. In Northern California itself, we got guys up there that are offering 35 cents per panel for a commercial. And we got guys up there that are offering $2 per panel. Same thing here in this area. We're no different. You know, we have a lot of competition.
But you also have to remember the timing of when you're starting your business as well. That's El Chingon. You know, there's going to be a slow period, wintertime, raining. What, in your mind, what do you plan on doing when the phones stop ringing?
Okay, so you answer the phones, right? Mm-hmm. So is there a difference between summer and winter when it comes to solar panel cleaning? And we're specifically just talking about solar panel cleaning. From
my experience working with Henry and seeing how his company runs, there is a slow period. When it's raining, nobody's out there cleaning the solar panels. And, you know, we just had a big, heavy rainstorm this past winter, and, you know, the rain lasted for many, many months. So nobody was getting phone calls. People weren't calling us to say, hey, no. I want my solar panels cleaned. So you got to be creative and think of other things that you may want to do in place of cleaning solar panels during the rainy season.
Replacing your money is what we call it, okay? So there's guys out here that are doing gutter cleaning, they're doing pressure washing, they're doing auto detailing, car detailing, they're doing Christmas lights during the winter time to accommodate for some of the solar panel cleanings that they're not getting. Now, this is why it's important that you explain to your customer to do it every 6 months. If you do it every 6 months, you will definitely have work all year round. Okay. Now, you got to sit there and talk to that customer and let them and make sure that they know how important it is to not only clean it once a year, okay, to clean it at least twice a year. And like I said, if when I had my own home and I had my solar panels, I cleaned them every Friday just about because I knew how important it was to clean these solar panels. Not everybody can do that, you know, but I tell you, I never had a bill, never. And actually, I had a great credit. And there when some people tell me, hey, I haven't cleaned them in 3 years, uh, I'm like, I shake my head sometimes because it's something that I wish people are more educated on as far as solar panel cleaning. They got to be educated, and you as a solar panel cleaner has to go out there and educate some of these people out there. There's some companies that, and I want to talk about this fairly quickly about getting into the solar business, solar industry. There's people pushing certifications and say, "Oh, you got to be certified."
Don't waste your money on those, guys. Really, really, if somebody calls you and approaches you about, wanting to sell you courses on certification,
Yeah.
ask them, how is this going to benefit me? Is the company going to look at me as
better than any other company out there for the certification?
right?
And this is very, very important. If you were to buy a certification from anybody, ask them, is it recognized by any local, city, state, or government? And if it's recognized, then okay. But I can tell you, out of the 5 years that I have had this business,
We never had anybody ask us.
nobody has asked me for certifications. And if you were to go out to say, "Oh, I'm certified, here's this and that," they don't care. Big corporations like Target, Costco, FedEx, UPS, and all these other ones, they don't care about any type of certification. If you want to make yourself look good and say, "I took a safety course," great, no problem. I took a OSHA, you put it on your wall. That's what you're going to do. Because if you go out there and you give it to anybody, look, the bottom line in any commercial, when it comes to winning that bid, is to make sure you outbid your competitor. That's the secret. As far as a certification, the only certification that I asked for was a COI, Certificate of Insured, where I had to put, say, for example, Target, I had to put their name on my insurance, and that was it. Their name on the insurance, and we give them the COI, has their name on it, and it's a certificate saying you're covered under my insurance. That's it. But when it comes down to any type of other certifications, when you're starting this business, there's things that you really have to look out for. Okay?
Just really, really do
Pay
your
attention.
homework. Pay attention. Be smart. No question is dumb. Don't ever think you have stupid questions, because you don't. You have every right to ask anybody any questions that you have, because this is concerning the business that you want to start up.
Right.
So really pay attention, ask the right questions. And if the other person on the other line gets irritated with you asking all these questions, then you know that they're not worth your time, because they're not there to help you answer your questions.
We just had one come in, Ellen Saltis.
Where are you from, Alan Saltis? Is there a reason why y'all use a DI system rather than a RO
DI
DI
system.
system? Is
Is
there a big pro or con?
is there a big pro or con? Yes, there is a reason why we use DI tanks, because the RO systems out there cannot produce fast enough. So if I have 5,000 solar panels that I'm cleaning on top of a roof, I need a DI tanks to accommodate my high pressure system. Now, the difference between the RO systems, they're not high pressure. Most of them are fed through the customer's tap, having to pumping that out through the RO membranes. And the more membranes that you have on there, faster that water is going to be coming out. And for us, we need to make sure we have that 100-gallon tank in the back of our van full all the time when we're cleaning carports, when we're cleaning rooftops. And we're talking 2,000 solar panels, 4,000 solar panels. It's great for that. Now, window cleaning, RO systems, beautiful. As a matter of fact, I'm looking at an RO system also for myself, for our company, to have for the smaller jobs. So, but that will come in time. Okay. There's nothing wrong with it. As a matter of fact, when you can make your own water with the RO system and that benefits you, more power to you. So, we have our DI tanks that we use, and it works for us because we do a lot of solar panel cleanings. A lot. Even during our peak season, we replace our DI tanks, and they just go in and out because we're out there using so much water. But there's no, I can't really say there's any pros or cons to it other than the speed of the water coming out. The DI tanks, I could fill up my 100-gallon tank in a matter of about 2 minutes with my DI tanks. That's 100 gallons. When it comes to the RO system and going through the membranes and all that, and the filters, takes a lot longer. And when you're out there, you want to make sure that you are have your DI water, and we have our water filled all the way to the top. So even when we get to the next customer's home, we're ready. We have plenty of DI water. If I know I got 7-8 cleanings, that DI water is filled on our first job. And if we need to get more, then I'll take from a customer's tap to go through our DI nice tanks. But other than that, we don't need it because it lasts. It will last us quite a bit, pretty much all day. We can do that. But hey, great question, Alan. First time that I've seen you here, El Chingon de Jalisco. First time I've seen you here. Also, if you guys are subscribed to our YouTube channel, great. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, click that subscribe button and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Also, don't forget to smash that like button right there. Hit that like button because that helps us out a lot. You want to read what Ellen responded to there?
Louisiana, longtime viewer. This is what I figured, but I wanted to get your input.
Oh, okay. Louisiana, hot, muggy, rainy, all that. There are solar guys out there that are doing solar farms out there with their tractors. and so forth. And you'll probably see them. But there's a lot of guys that are getting into the solar industry, probably like yourself. And if I was to say, tell you, if you were going to do smaller homes and say just residential, go with an RO system. Maybe have that RO system fill up the tank, and then use high pressure to go out there and clean those solar panels with maybe a C1000 or C600 Solitech. That will help you out a lot. Rotating brush, you see them on all of our videos. So if you're going to go and clean commercial, you want to go with the bigger tanks that are going to go out there and produce a lot of water and get those solar panel clean with deionized water. Okay. So that's really the only difference that I really see on that. I mean, other people may say different, but from my years of experience, RO 3-stage, 4-stage systems will last a lot longer when it comes to more gallons of deionized water, a lot more gallons than replacing deionized tanks. Because some of those tanks, depends how fast you're out there producing. So, did you get something?
No.
Oh. But thank you guys for coming on. We really appreciate you guys and your inputs on there. Jose Luis Perez Jr., thank you very much for coming on. And thank all you guys for coming on. We really appreciate you. We're going on almost an hour already, like we always do. Time flies when you're having fun.
We're tired, and we need to rest.
We have a big day tomorrow.
Busy day tomorrow.
Busy day, but hey, thank you guys for tuning in. We know it's late in some of your areas over there. And, thank you guys for watching our YouTube channel. Don't forget to smash that like button, okay, guys? We appreciate that. And do you have anything that you want to add to this?
No, just stay cool out there.
Yeah.
You're in areas where it's really, really hot. Stay cool and stay hydrated.
Yeah, absolutely. And Alan, we're going to finish it off with you. I've learned a lot from y'all. I love the way that y'all operate. I hope that y'all have a wonderful night. We hope you have a wonderful night too out there. Stay not sticky, because I know it's pretty humid over there. And if you guys like this video, don't forget to share the video. They're great tips for customers. If you're a customer, don't forget to share our videos, and maybe somebody will learn something from our channel. And if you're not subscribed, like I said, once again, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have plenty of videos on solar panel cleaning that's going to help you out and answer a lot of your questions. Thank you guys for coming on. My name is Henry, and this is Susan. And we'll catch you guys on the next video. All right. See you guys. Peace.